Let me put something into the atmosphere before we get to the video, just because of recent events. And that is a shout out to the Temple of Meijirai, which I've been part of for more than a year now. Before the Temple of Meijirai, every single leader and teacher who had tried to teach me magic one-on-one made attempts to restrict my beliefs and practices. There was always something I worked with that caused some type of problems between me and my former teachers. There was always some part of my craft that they wanted me to leave behind. Nothing like that has happened with Meijerian personnel, despite the fact that I work with archangels. So, thank you to my higher-ups at the Temple of Meijirai for being the only teachers I've ever had that have not tried to restrict my beliefs and practices. It's your girl, VK Johannem. I forgot to do the thing. VK Johannem, and the V stands for Vidian. Yes, I am wearing a beanie again. My haircut is tomorrow. Shut up. Alright, so we're talking about Kunes Aidao, which is a Greek phrase meaning dogs of the underworld. And I'm not pronouncing it right. There's like a 90% chance I'm not pronouncing it right. Hellhounds is what we're going to call them for short. The Hellhounds of Hecate. They are spawned from Hecate's canine aspect or aspects. I believe she has multiple different canine aspects. They are very precious to Hecate, and she absolutely loves them. So, they are primarily sent to and summoned by devotees of Hecate for protection from malicious entities. They're very powerful, too. They could probably kick your favorite occult author's ass, including me. And one of the things that makes them so wonderful is that they are capable of manifesting in the in-between, otherwise known as the sub-astral plane. The other night, I actually did a ritual alongside someone to rid her of a poltergeist. We called on Hecate, and of course, some of Hecate's emissaries manifested in her room, including 2 hellhounds. So, they have names, the hellhounds, but not that you would be able to pronounce. They don't really talk. They don't verbally communicate. They do bark. They seem to, like, they'll respond to your, requests, instructions, whatever. Presumably because they're capable of sensing the intention. I doubt they actually understand, like, verbal language. But then again, spirits always, they sense intent when you're calling on them. Hence why having the perfect wording isn't necessary in spirit work. If you wanted to summon one of Hecate's hellhounds, one thing you would be able to do, one method you'd be able to use, is simply to say, "The door opens only at night. The wolves prey only in opportunity." Those 2 sentences, it'll summon one. So, on one occasion, I saw a strige, one of those, vampiric owl daemonus. A strige that served Hecate summoned some hellhounds and did this motion, which was their signal to just go attack any malicious entities nearby that could be a fucking problem. So since then, of course, I have adopted that manner of communicating with them as well. Like, I'll just summon one or more, and I'll just go and let them sustain themselves on the metaphorical blood of those beings that would trespass against me. On one occasion, I was sitting on a porch, writing or reading something, and I summoned one of Hecate's hellhounds just to have them, like, stand watch, just attack anything that tried to fuck with me. And I actually got to see 2 beings, I'm not going to specify what, 2 beings playing fetch with the Hellhound. You can pet them. Like, if you have that psychic touch, you can pet them. They will sit in your lap. The spirits that the Hellhounds feel safest around, presumably other than their mother Hecate, are the Lamia, which serve Hecate. So there are Lamia that serve Hecate. They come in male and female, probably hermaphroditic too. So years ago, I led like a small local coven dedicated to Hecate. We called ourselves the Coven of the Second Torch. And Hecate originally, signaled her intent to work with us by sending a hellhound to one of the coven members' houses. Another interesting fact about the Hellhounds of Hecate is that they favor moonlight. So they really like moonlight. I didn't realize how obvious that probably was until I said it out loud. But yeah, if you're a devotee of Hecate, summoning her Hellhounds is just a wonderful, wonderful privilege that you have, because they'll appear very quickly. They'll tear shit that wants to fuck with you to absolute shreds. By all means, summon Hellhounds if you feel like you need protection from malicious entities of one kind or another. I will be posting on Patreon a simple spell that will summon 4 or 5 Hellhounds simultaneously, very conveniently, other than the fact that you have to bloodlet. I'll post that on Patreon as soon as I can. But anyways, that's all for now. Have a great night and enjoy your immortality. Check out the link tree in the description below if you want a little more VK in your life.